Today on the channel, we take a trip to WrestleMania 22 with Rey Mysterio, Ultimate Edition, Mattel, Walmart exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Walmart exclusive Rey Mysterio. But for all your wrestling figure needs that are not Walmart exclusive, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And this is probably my favorite Rey Mysterio outfit. I'd have to go back and think, but it's right up near the top. Of course, this was from WrestleMania 22 back in the day, and a very iconic look for Rey Mysterio. And we actually got this from Jakks back in the day. We've had it from Mattel as well. Now we're getting in the Ultimate Edition from Mattel, and we'll do some comparisons like we always do at the very end of this video as well. So without further ado, though, let's check out the packaging on this one. Very similar Ultimate Edition packaging we're used to, but of course this being a store exclusive to Walmart. No Walmart logos or anything like that, but just a little different packaging design. Ultimate Edition, big window box, Rey Mysterio at the top looking good. Rey Mysterio on the side right there, Ultimate Edition at the top. Rey Mysterio, Ultimate Edition once again, and then on the back, got the glamour shot of the action figure, glamour shot of the wrestler, you got the tail of the tape, you got the blurb, playing a lot of hits here, and of course, shoebox style packaging as we're used to with the Ultimate Editions. It does say Rey Mysterio, 5'6" from San Diego, California. Beautiful this time of year, and you guys know I was just there like 2 weeks ago, so very fitting, very fitting. I went to the Lucha Libre Tacos while I was there. I had French fries in my burritos. It was an amazing experience. Finisher, the good old West Coast Pop, career highlights WWE Champion. The legendary luchador Rey Mysterio spent his entire career proving that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. Though outsized and outpowered by many an opponent, Rey's speed, mastery of lucha libre, and never quit attitude led him all the way to a World Heavyweight Championship victory at WrestleMania 22. How about that? How about that? So let's get him out of the package here. Let's see what's going on. Of course, the ultimate underdog over here. Booyaka, Booyaka, 619 on the other side there. So those little Easter egg things are always fun to read. Packaging, see you later. Not so much there. A little faulty see you later. See you later. Off to the side, knocking things down. That's the way I do it, apparently. The way I do it. We got old Rey here. We got the twist ties in the legs. Got an extra head. You got that big headdress going on. All kinds of stuff going on over here. A lot going on with this Rey Mysterio figure. Like I said, a very, very toyetic figure, and one we've seen a few different times over the years. Oh my gosh, they even got all of his hands wrapped up here. What are we doing? What are we doing here? We got his hands clipped in. You don't see that very often, but I guess Rey Mysterio, there's a lot of theft when it comes to Rey Mysterio's hands. I'm sure. It sounds good. I might have just made it up. Somebody fact check that. But this is a very cool representation of Rey Mysterio, and I've never counted it all. I've never really done the math, but I'd have to believe Rey Mysterio possibly has the most all-in Mattel figures of all time. Probably John Cena, actually, just because Rey had that little sabbatical from the WWE for a while. See you later. Goodbye. But, man, he's had a lot of figures when you take in all the basics and championship showdowns, battle packs, elites, Ultimate Editions now, things like that. There's been a lot of Rey figures over the years. There it is. Okay. All right. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to business here. We got old Rey. We'll start with the hands. 2 Fists of Fury for Rey Mysterio out of the package with the old gloves on. And then he's got the Mysterio open hands in the black gloves. Seen these hands before. A lot of reuse with this one in some ways. And we'll talk about that as well. Now, we do get the kind of overdress here. I guess this is like Aztec. I believe it's Aztec. You got the kind of headdress over here, but you got this, and you got the little skirt. You can really build out this one. So you can have Rey in his wrestling gear or his entrance gear. Have to imagine most people are going to display this in his entrance gear. Very, very cool. Very iconic, like I did say. I love the silver, the gold, the red, the purple. Just very, very colorful. A very, very cool set right here to go there. and then the big old headdress going on. And I had a feeling they were going to reuse the headdress from the entrance grate, which we'll compare later to. This is brand new. This is brand new across the board. And talk about a one-and-done sculpt. I mean, they're never going to use this for anything else, at least that I can think of. So very, very cool. You got, I presume that's an eagle up here. I don't know, my birds maybe. An eagle. He's got 2 eyes. He's got a beak. Looking good. You got the yellow and the green on here. I believe, somebody fact check this if I'm wrong, Rey, living in California, huge Oakland A's fan. Not a Padres fan for whatever reason, but loves to go up a little bit north, head on over to Oakland, and support his Oakland A's in the green and yellow. You guys tell me, but I believe that is the case. Huge Carney Lansford guy, Rey Mysterio. Who knew? Carney Lansford all day long. I don't blame him. Don't blame him. Shout out to Carney Lansford, and shout out to Terry Steinbach while we're at it. I got the blue in here, and I love the, I just love this thing all around. Very, very cool, very awesome to get this one here. Now we're going to dive into the figure, and we got 2 heads with this one. Sometimes we get 3 heads, sometimes we get 2. And not a huge fan of this Rey Mysterio head. Definitely old heads on this Rey Mysterio, getting the most out of your molds. But man, I don't like this old Rey Mysterio head. I just hate the lips and the smile on him. It just makes me want to punch him in the face for some reason. I don't know. But it just, he looks very stoned in the eyes, and then he's got his lips kind of going out. It's just an interesting look for old Rey Mysterio. But it is Rey all day. You know it is. You got the mask, you got the Aztec logo on the back as well. You got kind of the bronze trim around the white, the black mask. Definitely it's Rey Mysterio. Second head, a little bit better, and I'll probably use the second head on this one. A little bit smiley there going on. Same mask, same everything else on that one. So not a ton of differences. His mask is unhooked on the bottom here for this one over there. So it is what it is as far as Rey goes. But let's look at the articulation on this. Now, this is probably, I got to think, the smallest Ultimate Edition figure we've received in the line. Obviously, Rey is probably the littlest Ultimate, I mean, a little superstar for a lot of reasons. So definitely a small figure here, and I'm here for it. It makes sense with Rey Mysterio. Arms go all the way around. You got the butterfly, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. Here for that. You do get the wrist tape in the white and black. You take the hands off. The wrist tape can't fall off, so it is removable if you want to. Black fisted hands, back and forth, side to side. Head, back and forth, side to side. All kinds of articulation there. Then you do, of course, get the hula hoop that's traditional with the Ultimate Editions. Then the traditional waist. Big old splits for old Rey. And then, yep, drop down hips. Very G.I. Joe style is always what I think of. That's where I used to see them first, and Valaverse as well. But definitely got that going on. You do get a thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then you get the ankles back and forth. Not really any up and down. You do get toe articulation. Big old bell bottoms down here for old Rey Jr. And then you got some of the logos going on the side of the pants. 619 on the other pants. You got Rey up there on the belt buckle. You got a painted in white belt buckle as well. And then, of course, all the tattoos for Rey Mysterio. I think he's added quite a few tattoos since this time, obviously. But you do got the tattoos from the time period. You got Dominic and you got Aaliyah. You got Mexican on the chest there. The big old spine tattoo, always looking good. He's all tatted out, and he's got more to get. Got more to get, that's for sure. Definitely an interesting body style on Rey. You kind of look at it, the over torso, if you look at it straight on, the over torso is a different color than what the shoulder and the arms are. So there's a little bit playing with your head there as far as different colors going on. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that. Does this just stick on his head? Yep, that does. It just kind of plugs on his head there. So you stick that on, just plugs on in very easily. A lot easier than I thought it was going to go on. I thought it might fall off pretty easy. We just kind of push it on down, and then you're off to the races there. And, of course, you pop the head off, slide this down, and then this just clasps at the waist like a belt would, like one of the title belts or something like that. So very easily to put him in his entrance garb if you need to. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? That's always a guess here. Always a guess. Make sure you get the Mattel stand. Oh, my gosh, it's very tight. It's very tight. He fits, though. Oh, Rey, you got to get a bigger hole. Rey's needs a bigger hole, I think. But he does fit on the ringside stand if you need him to. As usual, use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. He does fit on the stand there. So an interesting Rey Mysterio. And like I said, probably one of my favorite looks Rey ever had. I'm definitely putting him in his whole garb. That's the way I'm going to display him. There's no doubt about it. But we did get him in the past, of course. Talked about it, Mattel entrance greats. I love that Mattel went back and redid this entire thing. They didn't get any use out of any of this. They started the whole thing all over again. And of course, the entrance greats, a lot of people forget, the early entrance greats were basic figures dressed up, where the later entrance greats were actually elites dressed up. So the more you know, kids, the more you know. But definitely an interesting look to compare Mattel. And it's funny, you know, Mattel's been in the game a long time with the WWE. And a lot of times, think of Jakks. You know, Mattel started making all the Jakks figures over. Well, for 10 plus years now, Mattel's had the license. So many great characters, so many outfits have been made already. Now Mattel, it's almost like we're starting the company over as we're making new figures of old Mattel figures because, you know, the changeover of collectors, the changeover of kids growing up, things like that. Iconic looks from the past, people want those but weren't collecting back then, don't want to pay them. That's why you're going to see, I think, in the future here, a lot of stuff ran back. And we're already seeing it with the greatest hits line. We're seeing re-releases, redos on some face technology, so they're a little bit different, but I think that is going to increase in the future because it's all about a business at the end of the day. Yes, Mattel, they love the collectors, but they love the current money just as much, actually more, and they're going to redo some of this stuff. And I think we would see a lot of figures being redone and maybe reclassified, rescaled, re-upsized, maybe a basic entrance grate turned into an ultimate. We'll see more of that stuff in the future. I think it just makes all the sense in the world, as much as some longtime collectors are not a big fan of that, of course. And this one, I still have not got a loose one. I haven't been on card one. I would love to get a loose one day. It's on my long to-do list, but this is a really fabulous Jakks Ruthless Aggression limited edition Rey Mysterio that represents this as well. So an all-time favorite figure of mine. Would like a loose one. I'll get to it eventually. I'm sure I will. I always do eventually. Eventually. Just what is time? What is time, as we always do say. But a strong Rey Mysterio figure, like I said, hitting Walmarts right now. So if you're in the market, head to Walmart. Maybe you'll get lucky. Might take a little while to get him out there. But we do see usually Ultimate Editions fairly easy to get at retail. It just takes some time. So we'll see what happens with this one eventually at the Walmart stores. But a good figure from Rey Mysterio. And of course, can't forget about Eddie Guerrero. I should probably bring him out. That's his stablemate here. He's also hitting stores at the same time there. So Rey and Eddie back together again from Mattel in the Ultimate Edition line as Walmart exclusive. So there you go. What are your guys' thoughts? You picking up this Rey? You passing? You playing the long game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on the Patreon, including early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, pizza reviews, dog stuff, you name it. It's all going down over on the old Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support this channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Rey Mysterio Ultimate Edition, Walmart exclusive, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.